the 11th straight 41st district championship and 4 of the last 5 11th region championships. Coach, just reflect and tell us, speak on the legacy that we've been building here.
Well, we've had good families, and I think in 2024, that's the thing. You've got to have the support of the home and the school and education in general. And we have some all-star people that are involved in our program, and we've been fortunate enough to have that for 21 years.
Yeah, I mean, speak a little. I mean, that's such a good point because, like, it's more than just the coaching and
Right.
even the players or the administration. I mean, it really does take everybody being involved and buying in and supporting all of those kids. So,
I just think time after time we've had different people say, "How can we help?" And when you get to just coach and you don't have to worry about the support part
who's
of
running
it or the drama
concession
part of
stand
it, right? Yes. It makes a big difference in the longevity of how long you want to do it. And secondly, a lot of these kids, they grew up watching us play in the state tournament. I think we have 3 kids on this team whose older sisters played for me in the state tournament. Wow. So it meant a lot to them for us to win Saturday night and get back to this point. And then, our feeder system at Elkhorn Middle, we've always had great middle school situations with our coaches and the support from them. And, it's sort of one program united from the 5th grade on up. And you got to have that continuity in order to build something. And then this team is special because, there's so many kids that have stepped up on different nights. We've got great senior leadership from Alex Newton and Rachel Shropshire. They do the right things off the floor. They do the right things on the floor. And more than anything else, our whole student body, dance team, cheerleaders, band, all that stuff create an atmosphere that our kids enjoy. And, it's important at 1100 East Main that you win basketball games in girls basketball. It's not that way everywhere.
Sure. So we talked about, the question of the day, the different teams, different personalities. What is, you mentioned the senior leadership. What is this team that's maybe a little bit different than teams in the past that you think really is the character, the makeup of the team this year?
Well, I think they're a little bit goofy, but I think they're about their business. Does that make sense?
They got to be a little, it can't be too serious.
And the kids have changed. We all know that. But, it is their number one goal from the day we started on June the 1st was to play tonight in Rupp Arena. And we've had, some nooks and crannies to get around throughout the year because of, a tough schedule or maybe, somebody's hurt. Right, yeah. We don't get many emails back when we send out invites to come play. But, it is they're unique, but at the same time, they understand what the standard is. And I think those 2 seniors have done a really good job of holding everybody's feet to the fire and saying, hey, this is the ultimate goal. And I'm proud of them.
So we get started tonight at Rupp Arena. Tip off 8:30.
ESPN2 tip time is what I tell people.
Yeah, if it does, if the first game goes late, you can get on ESPN News.
Yes.
No, that's not true. But so we want folks to go, right? I mean, support the team.
Yeah, we've had good support. We think we'll have a good crowd there. We really would like to see all of Frankfort there. These kids, I tell people there's 263 teams, I think, play high school basketball in Kentucky. And when you're one of those 16 that get to go do this, it is very rewarding, and we want to give our kids as top-notch experience as possible, and that means people in the seats too.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like Kentucky Sweet 16 is just such a – I mean, it's the only one left, right, that's an all-class tournament. And it's such a unique – I try to explain it to people in other places, and they just don't quite understand how awesome it is that you just have big schools, little schools, and it's, so it's a special, special tournament. It's awesome that you guys are participating once again.
Yeah, we're excited about it. I think it's going to be – a really good atmosphere for our kids, and we think North Laurel will bring a heck of a crowd too. So we hope it's loud and fun for everybody.
Even though you and Franklin County have experience being in the Sweet 16, it's still there's got to be some nerves that go along with playing in Rupp. I would assume, no matter how many times you've been there.
Yes. Well, we're going up today to watch the 1 o'clock game, just to get them in the building.
Yeah,
sure.
you know, and then we'll check into the hotel and things like that. And a lot of them have been there, but until the bright lights are on you, as we say, it's a little bit different. And
do you find it different than when you used to go to Diddle? I mean, is it a different feeling in the gym, or is it a different feeling for the kids? Is it a bigger stage or not really?
I think so. I think the historical aspect of it, but I also think it's just a big old room.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, when we were playing at NKU and Diddle, you know, the fans were a little bit closer to you. You know,
more like
the venue,
a really big high school gym
Yes,
or, you know,
yes.
college gym. Right?
The shooting depth is different.
It is different. And, you know, it's all something you got to get used to, but all 16 teams have to get used to it. So we'll see. But I trust our kids, and I think they'll respond. It may just, you know, you got to get out of the gate a little better than you hope on nights like this because you can't dig yourself a hole because you're so worried about the bright lights.
You've been up there quite a few times. Have you ever caught a coach doing the Norman Dale measuring that?
I haven't, but I wouldn't rule that out if they gave us access to the place. I thought that was a very good part of the movie, but
that's great
and true, you know.
Yeah.
So, but it is. It can be intimidating.
Do you guys get a chance to
doubt.
shoot around, or just go warm up before the game starts?
And I was telling my wife this morning, I was up at 3 watching North Laurel some again, and I was looking at the itinerary that the KHSA sent you, and they gave us 30 minutes this year to warm up. Usually it's 25. So I think we'd be worn out if we warmed up for 30 minutes, but at least you can go out and shoot a little bit early, and then come back down, and then come back out, things like that. So.
So there's a whole slate of games. What are the tickets broken into sessions, or if you buy a
game by
ticket for the
game?
game,
You can do either with the girls. It's a little bit different than the boys, but
okay.
you can buy a single session ticket. It's just for the 8:30 game on Wednesday night only.
Okay.
You can buy the 6 o'clock and 8:30 together.
Okay.
I'm not sure how they manpower that.
Yeah.
But it's khsatickets.org. I think they're like $10.50 plus fees, taxes, things like that. It rolls in about $14-15.
Okay. So people can buy those online before they go, or I assume tickets available at the door if they show up.
Yeah, everything's electronic. You know, Rupp Arena is cashless. I will tell you that.
Okay.
So if
Good
you're
to
going to go
know.
get that phenomenal ice cream, bring your debit card. But you can do it at the ticket window with your credit card. Yeah.
So you're in the camp that it's as good as advertised, and because some people say that ice cream's good, some people say it's overrated.
I'd be willing to debate that with those kids. Or
I think it's pretty
adults.
good.
I mean, I've not heard anyone complain when they walked away from throwing that final napkin away once they
I
get
agree.
it completed.
100%.
We can't let you go. I can't let you go without talking just a little bit of Kentucky. Do you feel good about this squad going into March?
The Kentucky boys.
Yeah.
I feel better than I did
A month ago.
a month ago.
A lot better, yeah.
We'll see. You know, I think it depends on matchups, you know, in that tournament. I think it depends on venue. You know, what kind of crowd will they have? Are they going to send them off to, you know, Seattle, Washington or somewhere? Or will they get to play in Indianapolis or Columbus or somewhere like that?
And one more. Do you, because I've been harping on this on the show, do you think what Reed Shepherd's doing, considering who he is and where he's from, is as unique as I do? The way he absorbs pressure, what was expected of him, just how it doesn't seem to affect him.
I'll be honest with you. I was one of those people that when I watched him in the state tournament, I thought,
He was going to be this?
no.
Okay,
I
all
did
right.
not. I
Okay.
thought, I'm not sure.
Gotcha.
If it's going to translate.
But, you know, when you get on the floor with better players and you get on the floor with a better atmosphere, makes you run faster, jump higher, make better passes. I think it's the closest thing that we've had from a fan base perspective to the 92 team.
Yeah.
Because of the homegrown stuff. And, you know, I think there's a certain appreciation for that for every play that he makes.
I've heard some people say that in high school and even in AAU, he defers so much, and he still tends to do that a little bit. Should be taking some more shots than he does, but that might have kind of made him. People are surprised when he comes in here,
Yes.
and he's playing with better players. Yeah,
Right. I agree. I totally agree. And I think he needs to shoot more.
Yeah.
You know, that's
It
my
feels like he is starting to get a little more, you know,
yeah.
willing
Hopefully.
to
Yes.
just shoot.
Yeah.
Right. And all right, well then, if you had questions about him playing at this level, they're saying now he's like maybe a
Number
top
one.
2
It goes to show what I know.
Is
Right?
that is
I'm not getting a scout evaluation job with the Pacers. Okay, so
well. So do you think? I mean, he keeps being able to play at the next level. Like, I mean, it's shown that he can make that leap. Can he make another leap to be able to play with the best players in the world?
Well, yes, I do think so because he can shoot the basketball.
Right.
And I tell our kids all the time, you can go out and you can go work out.
Yeah.
And you can dribble around cones for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
But if you can't make shots,
put the ball in the hole.
Yes. Yeah. And, the Final Four final scores this year will not be 27-26. Somebody's going to have to make a shot.
Yeah.
And same thing in the NBA. It's entertainment, so they want points to be scored, and he can do that. So that's a feather in his hat.
We've seen a lot of change in the professional game and down to college in offense and shooting, and have you seen that come down to the high school level?
Yeah, a lot more screen and roll, single side ball screen stuff,
Yeah.
Flat ball screens where they just try to isolate, and we do it some too, but we see it a lot more from a scouting perspective than we did, say, 10, 12 years ago.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
Oh, I just feel like we need to get Coach in here to just talk March Madness before the tournament starts. And just
Well,
I can
he's
do
got
this
other
all day.
stuff going on right
Yeah.
now. Let's let him get
Right.
through this tournament, and maybe we'll bring him back. We're so excited for you guys, and really we'll be rooting for you every game along the way. We hope that there's several. And
Well, we appreciate Cable 10's been very good to us over the years. Back when we were first trying to get to the state tournament.
Sure, yeah.
And we appreciate you guys and everything you do for all the schools in Frankfort because of the community game of the week, things like that. It helps a lot of people that I get texts from, alumni, keep up with our team that no longer live in Frankfort. So we're very appreciative of that for sure.
Well, we enjoy doing it, and we'll be rooting you guys on tonight, 8:30, Rupp Arena. Get your tickets, get down there and support the Lady Flyers.
Get there early, get your ice cream.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Right, yeah.
Yeah, you got to get in early before the line gets too long.
Yes.
That's for sure.